Morning crunches for the start of this vlog. Look at them. Oh, they're so cute. Although, Blueberry's like the messiest eater I've ever seen. And Moose is over there. I just gotta separate her because she eats slowly, and then another cat will just come in and go. So, it's kind of late this morning because I slept in a little bit. Oh, look, Moose has figured out how to get up there. No cat goes up there because I tell them not to, but it's very hard to discourage Moose because she's a little girl. So, yeah, she makes this jump. Look at this jump. That's like an impressive jump. Only her and Loomis can make it, and then, but even Loomis, sometimes Loomis tries to make that jump and he fails. So, that's the real reason why Loomis stopped doing it, not because I told him to. But yeah, I don't she's not knocking things over when she's up there. And the only thing delicate that was like up on the top of my bookshelf is this King Kong 1976 vintage Jack Daniels bottle, which I own for some reason. So yeah, you win this round, little girl. You win this round, guys. This is my Thai food. You kitties don't get Thai food. You don't. Everyone's swarming. They want my Thai food. Come on, dudes. I gotta sit here and watch this Kelsey video. You may be wondering at this point of the video, what is the point of this vlog? Which is a good question to ask because so far it's just been random cat footage. I expect most of this vlog to just be random cat footage, but there will be reading done. So I'm going to be focusing on ARCS. So I have a number of ARCs that I have picked up from NetGalley, and I keep being like, oh, I need to read these. Like, look at all these ARCs. And yeah, so I need to get through some of them. Some of them I've read, but I haven't deleted from my Kindle, because if I do, they'll disappear. So I have them forever. Or as long as I have my Kindle. Whatevs. So I'm going to be trying to get through some of these. Going to be focusing on things that are like media tie-ins because, this is what the channel is. And it's also Novelization November. So I'm going to probably start with this Warhammer book, The Wrathbone Phoenix, which I got as an ARC a while ago. And I have not got to it yet, so I'm excited to get to that. Some physical books that I have started. I started this. I really actually like this, but it's actually 400 pages, and I think I actually need to get through more, like a bunch of ARCs. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to read this at a future date, but I was really liking the first chapter that I read. Like, it was really fun and good. So I'm definitely going to read that. I'm just going to put that on hold for now, just because I want to get through some more ARCs. And I'm in the middle of this short story collection, the Warhammer Horse Heresy collection, short story collection here. So, I'm only a few stories in there. So I'll probably be reading that and reading a few stories about that in between reading ARCs. In terms of audiobooks right now, I have I'm about halfway through Out There Screaming, the Black horror anthology that came out this year. So that's what I'm working on now. So I will probably be finished Out There Screaming soon, but so far it's just been great. So yeah, these are what I'm working on. And the video is done exporting. So I'm probably going to be starting and maybe finishing a short story here, and then starting that today. And also listening with me earballs. That's not a thing. Anyways, what ifs? Bye-bye. As you can see, it's snowing right now. And of course, they're still doing construction over there, so that noise is going to bug me forever. And here's Blueberry. Really wanted to get into the shot. Here you go, Blueberry. You happy? So it ended up snowing most of the day, and because of that, I wasn't able to get any reading done because I had a lot of brain fog. But it stopped snowing for long enough that I managed to get a few short stories in from this collection, liking it quite a bit still. I only have about 200 pages left of this, so I might finish this before I start on the other books for this vlog. So It all depends on the weather. I did finish the audiobook for Out There Screaming today, and that was excellent. One of the best books I've read all year. So, super high recommendation for that short story collection. Very varied uh, in themes and political aspects and countries that were visited, in time periods. It was a very diverse collection in many ways, and I really liked it. And this is just a very good Warhammer short story collection of the Horus Heresy. So I am very much nearing the end of this series of books. I think I only have 15 left after I finish this, so uh, I'm excited. And that's all. I'm going to bed now. Bye bye. I am not feeling very good today. This is the vlog curse, where it seems like I get bad health days only when I'm filming it for a vlog. But yeah, no, this is one of those days. My right side feels very weak. I think it's because it's just finally starting to get like super cold. It's finally at negative like 15 now, so like my body's just feeling it. Hopefully, I'll just be able to kind of like relax and just read some books, maybe watch some television. And then I'm probably going to go and get some stuff to make tacos. Did I make tacos yesterday? Yes, but I have a little bit more veggie ground beef, so I'm like, fuck it. Tacos again, taco again. What you tacoing about? There can never be too many tacos, except there are. I love how like right now all you can see all of the cats, like Claude, Moose, Loomis, Wisty, Wisteria, a person walking to their car, and look at even Mr. Blueberry. And yeah, there's 6 cats in this apartment, but don't judge me. 2 of them are not mine. I'm looking after Moose and Blueberry, so whatevs. So yeah, now I gotta go out into the snow and grab myself some salsa and a hot sauce, because that's what I'm missing for my tacos. So go grab that, and then I'm gonna make some tacos. Taco girl, you're a taco girl. Anyways, I don't know. I guess I'm just unhinged today. But I tried to make coffee this morning, and then I forgot to put the coffee cup under the coffee maker, so there was coffee everywhere. So yeah, that's how I'm doing today. It's one of those, yo, we're failing at everything. So I don't know how many updates there will be today. Ow! Look, he's attacking me. He's rocking on me. You monster. So, it's pretty late at night. I did manage to finish the short story collection, the Warhammer short story collection I was working on, and I was super excited for that, and it was great. It was really, really good. I had a great time with it. I really am rounding out the end of some of that series, so I'm kind of savoring the last few books quite a bit. So I'm enjoying that. And then I'm going to read the first chapter or 2 of this and then head to bed. But this is the first arc that I have. And yes, it is a Warhammer book. Surprise, surprise. But it's the last Warhammer arc I have. And it's the Warhammer Crime series. And I've never read anything in that series. So I'm excited to do that. Other than that, the only thing I did was read for most of the day. And then I was going to try to edit all of the crunked commentary me and Kelsey did for the the movie New Moon. If you're interested, you should go to her Patreon, where we release those there. So we get drunk and we watch movies together, and then we release the commentary so that you can watch along with us. So those are always fun. But I had to stop editing that because I was laughing too much. So I was like, it's late at night. I can't just be like cackling badly. So I was like, I will finish that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I don't feel like as big of crappiness. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I'm on the last 10 minutes of this commentary, but it's very hard to edit when Blueberry just wants to get in the way. I'm like, I'm trying to see the waveforms, man. You gotta let me see the waveforms. Yeah. 2 hours and 10 minutes of insane nonsense. I'll link her Patreon in the comments. So I finished catching up on YouTube, finished editing the commentary. So now I'm going to go for a walk and do some stuff that I need to get done around the city. So I got to go visit thrift stores. Obviously, my number one thing, the most important thing, gotta visit thrift stores. And then I go to the bank. Lame. So lame it even knocked out Blueberry. Look, he's like, oh, the bank. It's killed me. It's killed me. Also, yes, look, I can just pet the belly. You can just pet the belly. No cats attack me when I pet the belly. It's my magical skill. Anyways, and then I have to pick up my local comic books because I go and pick them up every month. I doubt there's even going to be. There might be like a comic book, so it's not too much, but we'll see. So I'll have some footage about how I'm doing. Blah 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 blah. And I'll be listening to a Warhammer audiobook. I swear, after after this and the arc, it will be things that people are more interested in. I swear, sis. And so does Blueberry. Look at him. He's like, I swear to me, swear to me. He's Batberry. So construction has been continuing, and it's been like really random time periods. But they seem to be kind of taking a break from doing it right now. At least not using the freaking noisy little plow that makes the most annoying beeping sounds that I've ever heard. So, because I imagine probably the rest of today I'm going to have to be listening to audiobooks because that sound of that thing just drives me nuts. I figured I might read this, which I got from the library. This is the Alien: The Illustrated Story, and it's the original comic book adaptation of Alien from the 70s. So I have never actually read this because it's not part of the Dark Horse. It's like a different like subsection, a different company published this. So I'm really excited to read this and see how it is, and I might as well do it now so that I can return it to the library and also not be annoyed by beeping sounds. Yeah, there's nothing at the the thrift stores were a bust, but that's not entirely a surprise. And if you're like, why are you thrifting? I thought you were doing the read what you own challenge. Oh no, I failed that like 15 days in, and hard. I failed it hard. So yeah, there's no going back for the read what you own challenge. I've officially failed. I actually I might try to do a redo and genuinely try it in the new year, but we'll see. Probably doubtful. But anyways, I'll read this for now. So I just finished this and I loved it. This was really, really good. A really good comic book adaptation. As you can see, it's like really creative artwork. Walt Simonson does like the art in this, and like it looks so good. The art is just beautiful, and it's like very kind of creative and like expressive. Like looking at a scene like this where it's kind of like abstract and it's like forming into a thing, and it does some stuff that the movie can't do. And then when it does like very famous scenes in the movie, it has like really expressive and interesting artwork. The character interactions are all still spot on from the movie, and yeah, it's just a really really great comic book adaptation of a film. I don't think I have read or seen a better version of a comic book adaptation because like look at that, that's kind of like expressionistic. It's like over the top, right? Because it's obviously not what he's seeing. There's like it's like using the imagination of fear to like kind of create like an image of like what it's like to be in the situation, and the abstract ideas in the artwork I think really work. And also you can see this. Anyways, yeah, this is fantastic. So If you find yourself running across the original Alien the Illustrated Story, I would definitely recommend it. Probably the best pure adaptation of a comic of a film into comic book that I've ever read. Bye bye. Good morning. Yeah, so I didn't actually end up reading any more last night. That's why there's no update. I just kind of relaxed, and I actually ended up watching the rest of the Star Wars show Ahsoka. And it was fine. It was fine. It was a pretty good show. It was fine. It was entertaining. I had a good time. But yeah, no, I was just kind of not feeling up to reading anything physically, so I was kind of just like relaxing and like, what? So today I'm going to finish the Warhammer audiobook I started, which is like I'm just about done, and then I'm going to listen to The Salt Goes Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. And then I'm going to change up what I was reading. So I'm going to start to read some arcs that are actually coming out soon. The Warhammer arc I have, the book came out like in 2022. So like there's no reason for me to go and like put that on a priority list. So I will put that on the back hold, especially since there's so many Warhammer books already in this freaking vlog that people are gonna get bored. So I'm gonna probably switch to Do or Die. I think it's called. It's like a board game. It's a adaptation of a board game, Zompocalypse or something. Here, let me find it. Ah, yes, it is Do or Die. Wow, look at that. Do or Die. Zombicide, not Zompocalypse. So, yeah, I've never even played this board game. I didn't know this board game existed. But I don't know, it looked kind of fun. There's like a freaking giant turtle zombie and guys with shotguns and stuff. Like, heck yeah, why not? That seems weird and fun. And it's technically it's like a media tie into a board game. So I was like, sounds interesting. So that will be my next book. Physically, but I gotta do some running around today, so I'm gonna be doing some audiobooks first. So I hope I get to this. Critters, critters, critters. Got a little peanut, little fat squirrel.
I'm just teasing you, Andrew. No, I want him to add it. Do it, Andrew, so you can tell us if it's.
Oh, damn it. Why am I recording it right now? I guess I do have to do it. Okay, so I'm getting back to this. This is the next day. I forgot to do a check-in last night. It's okay. I got the first 10 chapters into this book, and I am having a great time. I'm really liking it. It reads super quick. It's got some awesome ideas to it. The characters are all super well fleshed out and interesting, and like the zombie stuff is really, really cool. And I'm just loving this so far. I did not realize when I picked this up that this is actually the third in a series, but it's written in such a way that you can still pick up and understand the characters and the emotions and the realities without having read those prior books. So it does stand on its own quite well, but it does, the way it describes and talks about some of their past adventures and things that have happened in prior books, it is written in such a way that I understand what's going on in the present and how it relates to that area there. But I also am kind of excited to go back and read the other two books in this series because because it makes it sound really interesting. So I'm super pumped to eventually kind of go back and do that. But for the time being, I'm just going to continue reading this book because it's really kind of cool. It's like this very ragtag group of survivors. And it's like very like multicultural and like a lot of different perspectives, and ideas for all these people getting together to try and survive the zombie apocalypse. And one of the people who is like the head of this is this guy who has been infected, but he still has his sentience. And it's like the zombie virus like it affects everyone differently and affects animals differently. And he is trying to help out as much as he can before he loses sense of himself, and eventually they have to like put him down. So he was an ex criminal, and he's trying to take them to this like base in Florida where they had. It was like a big cartel and drug ring like base that was like hidden out in the Everglades, and he has like while they're going there, they've been like stopping along like in all these different drug hideouts to get all of these supplies that were like squirreled away for people who are like on the run from the cops and stuff. And they've slowly been getting things like this. And this is supposed to be one of the biggest caches of supplies and weapons and fuel and everything that they need to survive the zombie apocalypse. So yeah, I'm just really excited to continue on. And I do think a giant turtle is going to be appearing in this, and I'm very looking forward to it. So let's get on with it. I just finished this, and this was awesome. I really, really liked this book. I cannot wait to go back and read the other two books that like precede this. Um, if I were to recommend, I haven't read the other two books, but they're by the same author, so I bet they have the same style. I would definitely recommend starting at the beginning with this series, because like this is just really good, and I really am excited to go back and read that. There was a giant kaiju turtle at the end, and it's like amazing. And it's like a luchador fighting a giant kaiju turtle, and I'm like, this is peak literature. Moby Dick, who gives a fuck? Now we got Turtle getting getting punched up by a luchador. Hell yeah! And it also had some like actual pretty great pieces of like character writing where you're like, damn, like this scene hits hard. Like there's some emotional heft to this book. I was kind of surprised. I was kind of moved by segments at the end. I've read the author's Warhammer work, and that's just a depressing universe. So it was interesting to see him write from like normal people in an extraordinary circumstance, but to write about like contemporary people was quite interesting, and I could definitely still see the trademarks of his style. And yeah, this was great. The action was great. The characters were great. I have kind of not encountered much zombie fiction that I loved, so I definitely love this. And I guess if I ever come across the board game Zombicide, I'll play it because this book rocked, and I want to see what the actual board game is like now. So yeah, highest recommend from this one. I also listened to the audiobook for The Salt Grows Heavy. That book is like 3 hours long, so it didn't take me like I just had to go out and do some errands and like do some grocery shopping. So when I was listening to it at 1.5 speed, yeah, it was done by the time I got all the things I need to do done. So uh, I think next I'm going to start, probably not too much because it's late. It's late here. It's like um, it's like 10 here, so I'm probably only going to read like a chapter or two of either Ultraman or Aliens. I want to get through both of those before the end of this vlog. Oh, I did just read a kaiju. Let's go Ultraman. So I'm gonna read the Ultraman novelization, which is just coming out from Titan Books. This is written by Pat Cadigan, and I really like Pat Cadigan as a writer, and I love Ultraman. I love the original series, which is this. I think this is supposed to be like a novelization of that, or I wonder if it's connected to the new like Marvel Comics Ultraman stuff, which I don't actually like that much, but we will see. I don't know. Onwards and upwards. Definitely not gonna finish this tonight, but I'll probably get a chapter or two in. We'll see. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Loomis says it too, don't you, Loomis? Rawr. you doing? What are you doing? If you're ever wondering what it's like to live with Loomis, he is sitting on that perch crying, because he wants just to take a few bites out of the food, even though he's had plenty of food today. And if I were to go, would disturb poor Noms. Noms is trying to relax on my lap, and Loomis was like, "Give me more food. Give me more food." And the other cats are hanging out there. We're watching Foresty Forest. He's a guy who got chased by a bighorn sheep today, so that's the thing. I think I'm going to end the vlog here. So I haven't actually finished this, but I am actually quite enjoying this. So this is like a pretty classic novelization. And it novelizes very specific episodes. And I'm not sure if it's going to tell like an overarching story through that, or if this is going to be like half of the series, and like Pat Cadigan is going to write the rest of it. I know there's an Ultra 7 book coming out, and I would imagine that's probably done with a specific style that's similar to this. But I'm really enjoying this. But keep in mind, like, this is definitely like a novelization. I don't think this is like, there are little changes. It seems to take place in the modern era, not in the 60s. But as far as the plots go, and like the general ideas of where the story is going, it is definitely novelizing that original 1966 Ultraman series. I love Ultraman, so I'm having a great time with this. It just does feel very episodic, because it's, each chapter is like a novelizing an episode, kind of. So it's an interesting thing. A lot of TV series don't get novelizations because of that. Like, back in the day, like the Planet of the Apes, and I believe Star Trek had, like, the OG Star Trek has some episode novelization. So it's an interesting experience to read. What is nice is, Pat Cadigan is writing this from a modern perspective. So, there's a little bit more for Fuji, who is one of the main women in the series, to do in this. And a lot of kind of interesting angles that way. I like being able to see and feel and understand what Hayata, who is Ultraman, is going through, which is something you can't really get into in the show, and they don't really get into the ins and outs of him, like learning his powers and like trying to figure out what it's like to be Ultraman. So yeah, I think this is an absolute delight. And I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Ultraman. Just go in knowing that this is a novelization. I think some of the marketing material has made it seem like it's not, but there's nothing that is so far that is an original plot that wasn't from the TV series. But I love the TV series, so I'm more than happy to kind of dive into here. So I'm about 50% through. I might put this down for a little while after finishing this and like get some Christmas stuff. Not sure, just because it is episodic and I'm kind of enjoying it, and I kind of want to make it last a little longer. So we'll see. Either way, I think that's the end of this vlog. It wasn't a completely huge vlog in terms of getting as many arcs done as I was intending to, and it's another thing. But I do hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm only ending it now because I think ending it on Friday and then uploading it Friday is a way to get me back into that scheduling that I want to do, which is Tuesday, Friday videos. So I've been kind of slacking on that and kind of doing weird upload schedules, and I think the channel is kind of suffering views-wise because of it. So I got to get back to doing a solid schedule. So hope you enjoyed this, and hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.